Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into an important topic for landlords, renter scams. While most renters are honest, unfortunately there are some who attempt to manipulate the rental process, whether it's due to financial stress or plain greed. This scam can leave landlords in a very tough situation. In this video, we'll discover the 5 most common rental scams and how you can protect yourself from falling victim to them. Let's get started. Scam number one is a money wiring scam. Here's how it works. Potential tenant overpaid their rent with a forged check. Once the check is clear, they ask you to wire the extra money back to them. However, the check later bounced and you're left covering the loss. To avoid this scam, always be cautious of anyone who overpay and request a refund before the payment fully clear. Stick to a secure payment method and double check with your bank. uh, for all rental, for all of my rental, I try to set up online payment like Zelle, Venmo, or Apple Pay. This way, not only will it be more secure, but it's much more convenient since not all of my rental are close by. Having your tenant mailing a check and waiting for it to arrive might bring up other issue like a lost check or it show up later than the due date, and you will be wondering if you should charge them a late fee or not. Uh, Scam number two is falsified documents. Some renter will submit fake pay stub, forged rental history, or even fake ID to make themselves look like more qualified. The danger here, you could end up renting to someone who isn't financially stable or who has a bad rental history, which could lead to a late payment or other issue down the line. To combat this, always verify document carefully. Call the applicant employer or previous landlord using the trusted public source. Run the background check using online verification tool like myrental.com, and make sure you don't take their word for it. The next scam is unauthorized subletting. In this scenario, a tenant rent out your property to someone else without telling you. They collect rent from the subletter while disappearing from the scene, leaving you with no idea who is living at the property. Regularly inspection and clearly defining the rule about subletting in the lease can help you prevent this issue. Make sure the tenant knows they need your permission to sublet the property. And if you live far away from your rental, like I am, make sure that you have someone that lives close by to help you with those inspection. For example, I have one of my handyman to help me report any issue he sees when he's inspecting those property on an annual basis. Scam number four is non-payment of rent. Some renter are known as professional tenants. They know how to manipulate the eviction law, stretching out the process for months while living rent-free. By the time the legal process catch up to them, the landlord could be out thousands of dollars and possibly stuck with a property that have a lot of damage in it. It's crucial to screen tenant thoroughly and familiar with the local rental law to avoid getting caught in this type of scam. I recently had to evict a tenant in one of my rental. The tenant was an inherit tenant, which means that when I bought the property, the tenant's already there, so I have to take over the lease and continue with the lease that was on file. Because of that, I couldn't do a thorough background check. It took me 5 months from the time that we served her the 3-day notice to the time that I got the possession of the property. And that and the repair cost prior to having a new tenant move in came close to more than $10, more than that came close to $10,000. I still have a judgment from the court for the money they owe me. I cannot stress how hard it is, stress enough how crucial it is to screen the tenant thoroughly. Even if they the people, make sure that you screen them thoroughly because no one will come out and tell you that they are a bad renter. And just mention, just talk about the judgment. Even now, when I have a judgment against them, there's so very little I can do unless I know where they are living right now. Because if I want to go after them again, to try to collect the money, I have to serve them some kind of paper so that they can come to court again and disclose their asset. So the process of collecting the money is very tedious. So try not to fall into victim into that scam. The last one is false maintenance claims. So some renter might invent a repair issue as an excuse to stop paying rent. This forced landlord to spend time and money investigating those non-existent problem, only to discover that it was not it was a scheme. To prevent this, stay on top of regular property inspection and beware of tenants who frequently complain about maintenance without valid proof. Have them report issue to you as soon as possible, and uh, and have your own handyman attend the issue right away. Make sure the person you hire can be trusted and has no conflict of interest. I recently received a maintenance request from one of my triplex because this was a water issue. It cannot be delayed. My regular handyman weren't available at the time, so I asked one of my tenants to take a look at it and see if he can fix it. When I was speaking with his wife, they insist that I insist for them to tell me how much the range that would cost for me to fix. However, she kept on saying that her husband does know and that they would let me know as soon as they finish. It was an expensive lesson I learned after trusting someone like that. After everything was repaired, they quote me an $800 for a 3-hour repair job. If it was my regular handyman, it would have cost me much less. I'm pretty sure it's gonna cost me less than half of it. So my lesson is to send someone that you trust to prepare the job and make sure that the maintenance requests are legitimate. Make sure you check repair for each unit so that you know if the issue is like the previous issue and for some reason they claim it again. This way you know how you can be trusted and you might who might be trying to game the system. And then last but not least is how to protect yourself. Now that you know the most common scam, let's talk about how to protect yourself. The first thing is make sure you verify document. Always cross-check any official document like pay stub or ID for an inconsistency. Okay, and then confirm employment and rental history. Reach out to the employer, the previous employer, or the previous landlord, using public source to ensure everything's checked out. Use technology, implement online application, background check, and payment system to help detect fraudulent activity early on. And last but not least is to conduct regular inspection. Once a renter move in, conduct periodic inspection to ensure everything's in order and you spot any unauthorized occupant or potential misuse of the property. So, like my recommendation is to do an annual inspection, and if you can't do it yourself, ask somebody who you trust closer to the property to do that inspection for you. And with that, thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you like the video and need one more tip about real estate, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.